What's up, Nolensville? Welcome back to Spotlight on Senior Nights. Got episode 2 coming for you today. Love this athlete, her family. Enjoy watching this team play a lot. They have a lot of fun, a lot of togetherness, and should be a fun one. Thanks for being patient for episode 2 as we got through all the winter weather. But we're back now, and hope you enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Kendra McNiel. I'm a senior at Nolensville High School, and I play softball.
Fantastic. I would say you play softball well.
Yeah,
I got to see a lot of games last year and follow you guys' state run. Mm-hmm. Didn't end the way you wanted to, but man, it sure was a fun ride.
Oh, like the most fun I've ever had playing softball ever.
So tell me about your favorite things. Tell me about game day. I know you guys spend a lot of time together. What's your favorite part about game day?
Besides the game, I love just like the warming up. What we do before we dance. I mean, we have a party before. We do our glitter, as us softball players do. We do our eye black. But, I mean, we just hang out before. We have food. My dad got to bring Chipotle last year, so that was really fun. But, so we have a lot of fun during warm-ups.
I would say that your team has as much fun as any other sports team I've seen at Nolensville, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys seem to have a lot of, things that are very unique to your team. You mentioned glitter. Yes. I don't see a lot of glitter on the football field or other places. But tell me more about some of the other things that are uniquely Nolensville softball.
So we do hats too. We do hype hats. They have our numbers and our names and stuff. We go out to eat all the time. If we're not together for practice, we're together just as friends. I mean, we have such a close bond that, we have so many fun things that we do together on the field and off the field. So, just that relationship is really important, I think.
And I don't know if that's uniquely Nolensville, but I see it so much. I mentioned it with the boys basketball, with the volleyball team. You guys seem really close. I've been on teams before and I photographed teams that they're together and they're playing, but not maybe have the relationships and the closeness and the way you support each other and build each other up, even when things aren't going well. I feel like that's a big deal.
I feel so lucky. I'm so blessed to have a team that I know has my back, and I hope they know I have their back. The state run is a great example. We were hyped the whole time, whether we were winning, whether we were losing. I think everyone, gave their all until the very end. And I think, having a relationship with the people, having a true, deep relationship with the people who you're playing for and playing with is really important, and I think, Nolensville does a great job. If you've ever gone to any of those games, you can see it on the field and on the court and whatever, just because of the fact that they're so hype, and your fans, you feed off that.
100%. All right, speaking of your career, what's your favorite, most memorable moment in your sports career at Nolensville thus far?
I think probably my first game at state is the first time I ever caught for a game that mattered ever. I just started catching 2 years ago, and catching somebody like Rylan who's going to WKU is insane. It's a great opportunity, and I think I had the most fun I've ever had in that game.
And as a baseball catcher, I know it's one of the hardest positions to play on the field also. And I thought you did a great job with injuries last year, being able to step in and them not see a downgrade in that position. I think was huge for the team. What about this year? Goals for this season? I know you'd like to build and maybe create a new best memory. What does that look like?
Well, I want to, my personal goal is to double my career home runs. I have 11 career home runs. I want to see if I can get 11 in the season. I think that would be pretty cool. I have Sydney Dickinson to live up to, so, gotta step it up a little bit. And then as a team, I want to go back to state again. I think we will. Just with state.
Yeah, you brought up Sydney. I would say that a lot of teams don't like seeing you guys back to back in the batter's box.
Yes, yeah. You can't intentionally walk one person because you got the next.
I feel like maybe that's top 6, 7, maybe 1 through 10 in your guys' lineup.
Oh, yes. Oh, our whole team can hit. I I'd never been on a team like that had like everyone 1 through 10. I mean, it's great. Like everyone can hit from top to bottom.
It's exciting to watch for sure. Talk about impact and who's kind of helped mold and shape you. Do you have a teacher or coach that's you feel like's had a big impact on you?
Both Coach Patton and my travel coach, Coach Mike. They've molded me in the player I am. I've been on Coach Mike's team for like 6-7 years now. And I mean, obviously with Coach Patton, 4 years, this is going on 4 years. So I mean, they have created me into being a great player and a great person too. So
that's awesome. I like Coach Patton a lot. I think his style is a little different.
Yeah.
But it's exactly what you guys need.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sign, I think, of a good coach. And we have so many of them at Nolensville where they get the best out of their players by changing their style or just creating a culture and environment where you guys can succeed.
Yeah, and I think that starts at practice. I mean, our practices, we get down, we get focused, and like creating an environment like that as a coach, I mean, that's a really big deal, because if you have a team that will work hard in practice, you have a team that will work hard in games too.
So talking about Coach Patton's environment and the Nolensville softball culture you guys have built together, because it is everybody. It's not just coach. Mm-hmm. Seniors, leaders have to buy into. What advice do you have for the younger players? What are you guys doing to help bring them along?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because we do buddies, and a buddy system where you have an older girl paired with a younger girl, and I think it really helps them. You get to know them, and you build a relationship with somebody maybe you wouldn't have otherwise. And I mean, you just get to mentor them and teach them the ways. But I think it's really great, and I just tell people work hard, because practices may seem long and they're really tiring, but I mean the seasons go by so quickly. Like I thought, 2024 is so far away. It's here, and I feel like it's my last season, but I'm so excited to get started.
And bringing up your last season, your last season as a Knight, senior
Mm-hmm.
year, last semester.
Yeah.
So it's coming to a close quickly. I know you've already decided on your plans for next year. What is that?
I'm going to Ball State to play softball.
That's awesome. What made you decide Ball State?
The coaches, the atmosphere. I mean, it's a great school. Actually, one of my travel teammates, before I even decided, one of my travel teammates was like, hey, I'm going to go to Ball State. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she was like, you really should look into it. I think you would like it. And I, started looking into it, emailed the coach, emailed me back really pretty fast, actually. And I was like, yeah, I've seen you at Nolensville softball. And he had ended up being at one of the state games, which is kind of cool. He got to see me play before I even knew. And we talked, and I went over and I toured the school. I loved it, and I was like, yeah, I could see myself here. So I get to play with some of my travel teammates that I played with for years now, and we're actually rooming together, me and Addie Knoll.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. And not too far from home.
It's like an hour and a half.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
It's a good thing, because it'll be new, but it's a bad thing because I don't want to be that close.
You got fans at every game though, for sure.
That's true. That is true. I am grateful for that, because I do want some of my friends and family to pull up.
And you kind of reminded me what you said, that always be working and stuff. Mm-hmm. Talking about the state game, coaches who ends up going to be your college coach was in the stands watching games. You had no idea. And,
crazy.
Those are games that I saw that I know you guys left every single ounce of everything.
Oh.
I mean, you literally carried Rylan off the field.
Yes.
Last game. I mean, literally.
Yes.
So that is the definition of leaving it out there. Talking about other Nolensville sports, what's your other memorable Nolensville experience or sport that you can't get enough of?
Definitely volleyball. I went to all of the volleyball games. It was so, the atmosphere reminds me a lot of softball, really. I mean, the fans are going nuts. I mean, it was amazing, because, the echo of the gym is kind of cool too. And man, they were talking the whole game, cheering. It was awesome. They made me fall in love with volleyball.
It was a lot of fun. I got to really this year for the first time get in and photograph and meet some of the girls on the team and follow along on their journey through state to the state championship game. And it was a lot of fun. I would agree with you. It was easy to get excited and get pumped up when you're in there. All right, Kendra, thanks for taking time out of your day and coming to film our second episode. I think it's been great. I covered a lot of area. I guess lastly, your parting words, any words of appreciation, shout outs, anything you want your fellow Knights to know before we close it out?
Yes, first of all, my parents. I mean, they sacrifice so much, and my brother too. I mean, he comes to all my games, and I just want to thank my coaches too. I mean, they spend so much time at the ball field helping me work, helping my teammates work. Thank you to all my teammates. I mean, they have my back on the field, off the field, in game, out of game. I mean, we're best friends in real life, so thank you guys. And I mean, last but not least, come to our game. We're winning state.
Thanks to Kendra McNiel for an awesome episode. I appreciate her taking time. This is Steve from JC Jack Photography. Make sure you send in your nominations for seniors that you want to know more about. And we'll see you soon for episode 3.